Hello everyone and welcome to Manacast. I'm Buskill and today I'm joined by Starim.
Oh,
Yeah, we were talking about making these Manacasts a bit more frequent than usual. 7 months in between. So yeah, since we're both playing games all the time more or less, we decided to have a chat
more.
about it. Might as well share thoughts and
Yeah, well, we usually just talk about it on IRC or whatever, so we thought we'd just tape it and bother some more people with it, because apparently, I mean, for me personally, it's just not enough to just bug buzz with stuff, I think. So I thought I could reach a wider audience of annoyance.
yeah, it's
That's my goal. I mean, I don't know about you. I'm just.
it's way easier to put him on ignore when he goes on his Diablo rants, and we're
Yeah,
yeah,
that's.
not recording. So yeah,
I,
so basically, well, what have you been playing lately, man?
Uh, well, aside from Amalur, which we're going to talk about in detail in a separate Manacast, I've been. Let's just start with the Darkness 2. I was just totally caught off guard by it. I've played the first one, which was console only, and it was pretty good. It was just a random shooter, but it had a story and so on. But the second one isn't being done by the same people. I think the first one was done by Starbreeze, which are the people who did the Chronicles of Riddick and so on, which sounds bad, but it was actually a pretty good game.
No, I like one of them. I don't know
Yeah,
exactly
the
which
first
one.
one. The first one with the stealth thing, whatever. And so the Darkness 2 was made by some random, I don't even know what studio or what the hell it is. So I knew about it, but I didn't even. I saw the videos, and it seemed like gore fest 2.0, just blood everywhere, which is fine, but it's not. I don't care the game. And then I actually played it, didn't have anything to do, and it's just. I was just totally surprised. I mean, I've been playing, Battlefield and Modern Warfare, and yes, I've played it. You can now crucify me.
Mm.
Uh, and all this shit, and this is just your brain just gets used to it, and you think, okay, so this is what a shooter is. It's a retarded linear corridor with people shouting at you and stuff exploding, and and Michael Bay orgasming.
Yeah, the
uh,
good stuff.
yeah, and this one totally. First of all, the combat, it's awesome. I mean, it's there's this like quad wield mechanic, which I don't think works like on a keyboard at all. I don't know how it could feel, proper, or how you can control, because you have, you have your normal weapons, dual wield, and then you have the two darkness tendrils, like tentacles. Um, and
Wait, so you're basically what? Some mutant goes around killing?
No. That's the thing that most impressed me. I knew it would be solid because it's based on a comic book and so on. And the darkness is like some age-old entity which is stuck within the body of its host, and you're this mob. That's the worst part about the game for me. It's like I never really liked mob stuff too much,
Mm.
especially in video games. And you're this mob boss who is the host, and you're keeping it down, you're suppressing it, whatever. And then I mean, it's the same as the first game. It starts with you getting your ass kicked and shot, and God knows what. So you have to unleash it, blah blah blah, and so I don't want to get it into the story too much. Just to say, it's actually very good, and it has some of the best voice work I've seen in any game, just in general, which is really impressive. But maybe I'm just coming off of Skyrim and Damalur, which is like NPCs just talking at you, like the monotone, comatose. You need to kill 7 wolves because the world will end,
Yes,
and so on.
and
But
again and again. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
but
the gameplay is phenomenal. It's really fun to use the tentacle. It's brutal as hell. I mean, I've played, the most gory stuff, but there's some scenes that really, you just stop, and it's like there's an execution. You grab a person by their leg with one arm, right? So then you can execute them. And this is like almost It's worse than Mortal Kombat, I think. Like the second tentacle then goes in through the guy's ass and pulls out his spine and skull through his ass.
uh,
It's it's
Well,
seriously.
I haven't been really sold until now.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, and this is something. It's not just like a one-time thing. Like when you do that, you get like your cooldown on your skills is reduced. So there's like 7 kinds of different executions, and it's. But the main thing, the story is actually really good. It's the first shooter in a really long time that makes you want to play further because of the story and characters. I haven't experienced this in a shooter since I don't know.
well, I'm trying to. Well,
I have to think.
Half-Life 2. Yes.
Let's not go into that.
No.
Half-Life One.
Yeah,
That's
Starim doesn't like Half-Life 2 for some reason.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
It's actually I
So
know.
yeah, I don't know. I've seen it come out. I've seen some gameplay movies, a trailer, and so on. I wasn't sold. I don't know. I'm gonna probably try it when
No, no,
I'm,
either. I
you
mean, I
know.
saw all the movies, and it just doesn't convey what the game is at all. I mean, it is. It's all there, but it's just the gameplay's fun, which it's difficult to even understand since it's a shooter, and shooters are well shooters. They're all the same. Uh, but it really is fun to play, and there's this. It's really short though. That's the biggest problem. Like really short, like Call of Duty short.
Oh
Yeah,
well.
yeah, it's short, but it with the Call of Duty, you're like, it's so bad, but there's so little.
Yeah, I mean, Call of Duty still, it's so action packed, and you think like, what the fuck am I doing this? It's a dumb game and so on. But then, you're riding
Hmm.
a fucking boat between battleships and
Yeah,
submarines and so on. It's so fun, it's crazy. So even
yeah.
try to be an elitist PC gamer as much as you want to
Hmm.
still fucking.
I mean, let's get one thing straight. I do hate Call of Duty.
No, no,
I
me too. But
have to say it,
when
but
I'm
it's
talking
not
about it, I
a bad
hate it.
game.
But when I
It's not.
play it, I'm loving it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not bad. I did love it. I like Black Ops. I had some fun with Modern Warfare 2. I actually did have quite a bit of fun with. But like 3, I hated it. Like this is the first time I didn't just want to seem like all fancy and all cultured. Oh yes, Call of Duty. It's for the masses. Those peasants and filthy. No, but I really did not like the 3. It just did not. I mean, there's set pieces, but something
As
didn't
a
click.
as like a 5-6 hour single player experience, it
Mm,
was fun
mm,
as shit. It was fun, and that was it. It's like a popcorn movie.
mm.
Just play it through and so on. And if you want like an epic, I mean, now what I'm playing now, it's definitely not as it doesn't sound as fun as Darkness 2. It's way more gruesome though. It's Crusader Kings 2 by Paradox Interactive.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm not. Yeah,
It's a brilliant game, man. I mean, I love everything, pretty much everything that Paradox does, and they've just outdone
yeah.
themselves.
So,
It's an awesome fucking game.
did you see that Warlock thing?
Warlock thing.
Yeah, it's coming up. It's like Master of Magic, but
Yeah, well, I've been duped once by
yeah,
Master of
me too, me
Magic
too.
talk,
Yes,
with Elemental.
Elemental
So
War of
yeah,
War of
yeah.
Magic. Yes, me too.
So I'm not gonna really, I'm not gonna get hyped for any game that promises the joys of,
Of course.
of the early '90s.
Yeah, but this one is different. It's. I mean, you're not gonna like it, but it's Civ 5 engine and mechanics and so
I
on.
hate Civ 5 engine. I
Yeah,
mean, Civ 4 is one of the best strategy games ever
sure,
made. Civ
but it's
5 is
different. This is what I don't understand. Why? I mean, okay, some things when you change them, they're terrible. But Civ 5 isn't a bad game. You
no,
can't
well,
say it's a
Civ
bad
5
game.
is not.
It's just different.
No, no, no. No, no, look. I'm all for change, but
Mm.
if you cut 70% of in-game mechanics, that's not different. That's just stupefied. It's making it a fucking
Yeah, yeah,
farmville.
yeah, sure. But like with Civ 4 and all those, I hated unit stacking. I hate it with the heat of a thousand. It's
Well,
stupid
yeah,
and
but no, no, I understand. Well, that aspect of the game, I would understand why they would move away
yeah,
from the, quadrants and so on, and they would go to under hexagons and more tactical approach to combat. But why completely destroy the old concepts in Civ 1? Why remove religion? That was, one of the
mm,
most important aspects in Civ 4 and so
yeah.
on. So yeah, it's
So
just.
basically, just to step aside for it, but this is basically what what it's going to be about. We start off talking about something that happened yesterday, like Darkness 2 and so on, and we finish up talking about just random shit.
Oh, come
So
on, Civ,
if this is not something
Civ
you're interested in, stop listening now.
Civ 5 being a completely horrible drivel of a game is not random shit. That's an important,
Yeah, yeah,
event that
but it has
Sid
nothing.
Meier fucked up. That's it.
Yeah, but it has
Yeah, yeah,
nothing
yeah.
to
I
do
know,
with
I know.
what we're talking about.
It's true
Well,
Darkness too. Anyway, you know.
yeah. Let me just. I mean, just I want to follow the path we went on. So we went, okay,
Oh,
Darkness 2, Call of Duty, Half-Life for a second, then back to Call of Duty, then Crusader Kings, the Warlock Elemental War Majesty 5. So that's the train of thought that happened
well,
here.
then,
It's a short
if
summary.
you think that this is jumping around, you should see our podcast with Student Crematoria that will
No, don't
never get
don't
published
don't
ever.
hype them on that. That's
Yeah,
never coming out ever.
never. So,
It's censored by the gods.
yeah. It's a podcast equivalence of, I don't know, just a fucking head-on collision, a bus into a kindergarten. So yeah, what we were talking about is I've been playing Crusader Kings and Football Manager 2, basically the two most amazing strategy games ever made.
I'm going to ignore that.
You've been playing a game where you're mob boss with a tentacle coming out of his face.
Yes, it's
Yes,
very
so
similar to being a football manager. It's very
well,
similar.
greatest game in the world.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No.
so I've seen. I know you're, you're aching to start,
Oh
just
God.
spamming about that, hack and slash that's coming out. I forgot the name.
Yeah.
The Diablo.
It's
So
the
yeah,
Diablo.
I've seen some changes. They've the new beta push came out and so on. So
I
what
may
are
hang myself.
just explain in like few words in less than seven
Okay,
thousand.
no, okay. Wait, I have the perfect. Go to hell, Blizzard. I think that's the
Again,
essence of
that's
the
for the
change.
last 12
Yeah.
patches. It was the same speech. So yeah.
No, but see, and that's the thing. And I just talked to a friend about this. We'll get into the changes later, but it's like if they announce the game today. By the way, this is something. There was an interview with Gabe Newell of Valve, and he said the perfect. And I'm not too much of a fan of Valve, unlike every other sentient PC gamer on the planet.
You're just
I
fucking
mean,
retarded.
yeah, I don't mind them. I like most of their games, but I'm not a fucking Valve. Oh my god, Valve is doing
They're
it. But
artists. They are
go to
fucking
hell. Yeah.
artists.
Yeah, of course. Sure. Yeah. You have some Gabe Newell ball left in your mouth. No, but anyway, he did this interview with again another topic we should talk, but whatever. And he said basically it was about Half-Life Episode 3 or Half-Life 3 that they don't want to announce games that are not really baked enough. They're not they're not certain, and they're not almost finished. And that's just the perfect thing to say with regards to what I was thinking about this weekend about Diablo. If they I was thinking, like, if they announced Diablo today and just gave you all the features that are in the game right now, you'd think, wow, that's great. Because you'd compare it to Diablo 2, and it has more stuff than Diablo 2, a significantly larger amount with the craft and blah blah. And you'd say, wow, wow, yeah, Diablo 3, hoo. And then you'd have 5 people whining about it being colorful, but whatever. Uh, but since they've announced it 3 years ago, and there was this inside look into the development process. I'm not comparing it as it is today to Diablo 2. I'm comparing it to Diablo 3 as it was, 2 years ago. And it's just coming up short. They're consistently, systematically removing things each patch. Like, they removed the mystic, which is a crafting person, whatever.
Mhm.
They removed the talisman and charms from the game. Uh, they removed pages of training, which it's such a minor thing, but I hate it so much.
But
Uh,
have they removed the whole? Have they removed the things, or have they just changed the concept of it?
no,
And
Mystic is removed, pages of training are removed, Talisman is removed. Like, that's not that doesn't exist at all. And Talisman is like charms from Diablo 2. That's where you.
yeah,
Uh, then the recent change that got me seriously pissed off, how original, a fan being pissed off, I'm gonna cry now, is the rune system. So this is the thing that was the most interesting to me, and I think to a lot of people, since they announced it, and it was in until 2 days ago. Basically, runes were items, same as Diablo 2. They were items they dropped, and unlike Diablo 2, that you would take the rune and socket it into a skill, and it would change the skill. And so you had 5 types of runes. Each rune had 7 levels. or it could drop, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and it would increase in power. And they were even talking, and this is what drives me crazy. The last time they were talking about the runes, they said they were thinking about adding affixes to runes, meaning you could find, a rune of whatever and plus 3 strength and plus 2% item find, right? And it would be completely random. And this would
So this would be added to your skill, to something you spam, or what?
yeah. You would
Oh,
submit the rune into a skill. The UI wasn't really finished and so on. And then if they had affixes, that would be like a normal stat to your character, right? And the rune changes the way the skill works completely. Now they didn't remove this completely. You still have the different effects, but the runes are no longer items. Basically, they just when you get to level 6, you start getting runes. So you get to level 6, you get some skill and one rune for a specific skill. Uh, and it's in the skill UI. You just pick it, and that's it. There's no complexity to it at all. There's no collection. There's no dropping. I mean, these aren't really runes. They're just sub-specializations of skills.
so they're just
Like
yeah,
yeah, you just
fucking sub trees to a spell.
yeah. Which is, I mean, which
Well,
when
it's
you
not a bad concept at
yeah,
all. I mean, it does
if you look
lose.
at it in isolation compared to Diablo 2, it's great. But as to what it was and could be, and everyone was expecting, because until 2 days ago, that's what the system was.
Mhm.
They said they were working on the rune system, but you wouldn't expect something like this. Because the whole end game changed before. It was like you had the rank 5 rune of whatever, and you're looking for that rank 6 or rank 7 rune of the skill you want. So it's a huge item search game, not just for regular armor and so on, but the runes were expanded this incredibly, uh, to a much larger level. Now the argument was, oh, there were too many combinations. You would have to have hundreds of runes in your inventory, and you could manage that, and blah 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 blah, right? And that's the argument why they changed it.
But
And
there's
this,
workarounds around that. You can have a
yeah,
separate, like a rune bag, like it was like in '92 with
yeah.
Ultima Underworld, and shit. Just
Yeah, this is I think that I don't know, I can't say if it's because they want to release it, because they and so on, but this is the same thing that happened with Mass Effect. Mass Effect 1 had a horrible inventory system. No one liked it. I didn't like it. It was clunky. It was just bad.
yeah,
And
it
so
was horrible.
yeah, instead of actually what's the word I'm looking for, developing it, the develop, get it?
Improving
Yeah,
stuff.
they just decided, inventory wasn't good, so we won't have any items in the game. Thank you, bye. No inventory, no items. So a quick fix. There's like zero thought in, and so that's one of the things I hate most about Mass Effect 2. There's no inventory. There are
Apart
no
from
items.
the story and the fact.
That's not even.
Yeah, okay.
Not even.
So
So
yeah, no, I agree. But the fact is, have you tried the rune system? I mean, have beta players tried the rune?
yeah,
I don't
definitely.
remember any runes, so
Yeah, the positive thing is that now you get something from level 1 to level 60. Before there was this huge gap, and it was a problem.
well, they had to fill it with something.
Yeah, from level 30 to level 60 there was nothing. You gained nothing except passive stats and stuff like that. So I mean, this is like this. It's you see exactly how they got to this conclusion. It's, well, the rune system is a bit of a problem. Too many items. You have to manage it. Blah blah blah. We could fix it. And the other problem we have is we have a huge hole between level 30 and 60. Ha. Well, let's just, two birds with one stone. There's no more runes, and they fill in the problem with 30 to 60. And I hate that so much.
But
It's not even.
for this specific issue, I mean, I would prefer because when I level in any game, I'm leveling to the next level. I can't wait to see what I'm gonna get, what ability, and so on. So in this aspect, for 30
Yeah,
to
it's good.
60 being filled,
Yes.
this is okay. Of
Yes.
course, they could have done it in a number of other ways,
Mm.
but if you have one clunky system and that's obviously not working or not working as they intended in the first place, and then just I don't know. They covered both fucking gaps.
Yeah,
So
but for me, the biggest issue I have is that I'm not buying it. This argument that they suddenly, after 3 years of development, woke up 2 months ago and said, "Oh my God, this means that there are 600 runes." You knew this like on minute 2 that you decided to implement the rune system, which was 3 years ago. There are like, I don't know, 60 skills or no more. There's 20. There's like around 100 skills for all
Yeah.
classes. And 5 runes for each skill. This isn't complex math. It's 500. Or 100 times 5 is 500. Or am I wrong? Should I get my calculator, Blizzard? They, I mean, they knew this 3 years ago. They knew it the whole time they were developing the game, and now they're trying to sell it.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
But
it's not.
that's the
Yeah,
whole thing. And I have no clue. I can only assume how the inner workings of
yeah, of course.
Blizzard development
Yeah,
work. Or I can only see what pulled from
they
what we
showed.
saw in the past. Yeah, well, they had a lot of interesting concepts. I mean,
Hmm.
they put a lot of concepts to the at the same spot. They put it in game, put it in testing, and now they're just
Hmm.
analyzing the beta
No, but the
reports
testing.
and so on. So my issue here is Blizzard tends to put too much tends to take too many decisions from or tends to listen too much to
No,
economists
but yeah, of
in
course. But
wow in
this isn't.
everything.
Yeah, but it's not. This isn't the case. Runes were not in the beta.
Rules were
This
not in the
isn't the
beta
beta. No, no, no. They come into.
because I don't remember them, but then again I
No,
played
no.
beta
I
well,
mean, they not in the public beta. I mean,
yeah,
obviously,
of,
people
of
testing, which is
no, but
like
that's what I
Bashiok's
mean. Those
grandmother, and
testers, of course, those testers that saw, even though it's an internal team of 5 people
yeah,
testing, like
yeah,
it is
yeah,
in
yeah. They
WoW,
did. Yes, yes, yes. I
people.
hate those people. I mean, every
Oh
decision that's
fuck,
come out after
despise them.
testing, I really can't stand. I don't know them. They're probably wonderful, people and
Yeah, of
talented and
course.
so on. But I hate them. I mean, who the hell? I mean, this is who is this game being made for? The gibbering idiot who can't fucking read a line and needs it to be
Well,
spoken. I mean,
obviously the first priority is to fill Bobby Kotick's fucking
well,
wallet.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's it. And this is it. Economists have ruined fucking World of
yeah,
Warcraft. And they're gonna, I'm not gonna say ruin Diablo, but they're gonna change it. Maybe to
yeah.
a way we don't like, but the masses will like it. And we're not usually in majority with our, in the way we think about and in the way we see
Mm,
games. So I don't know. This change specifically, I don't have any problems with because of course, I don't know as much as you about how the system
yeah.
was supposed to be and
No,
so
but
on.
it's straightforward. I mean, it's not something you have to know about. It's just runes were drops. There were a shit ton of
Yeah, yeah,
them,
yeah, no, I
and
understand
yeah,
in
yeah.
that way.
And now they're just selecting. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
well, I hate picking up stuff anyway in games, so
Yeah, well,
it's
then you shouldn't play Diablo, you idiot.
well, yeah, well, I'm gonna replay. Well, which takes me to the second point with Diablo, and I brought it up to you a few days ago, and you said you saw it before. It was that movie that
Oh
started
yeah.
circulating YouTube in the past, which is aptly named "You Will Die," and seeing Diablo theme under it and so on. You will die, of course. I got hyped because I like challenging games. I like really hard games even.
Hmm.
And then I saw it and I, face palmed and yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't buy one bit. When they're
Uh-huh.
basically promising, I mean, first of all, who is that targeted to? Is it targeted to, someone that will play more than normal, that will, that played Diablo in the past, that played any game in the past? Or is that, targeted towards my 12-year-old neighbor that will play Diablo for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, it showed up on. It was from BlizzCon last year. It was just a small section of which I find fairly weird that they, just randomly decided to cut that section and just post it because it was. I mean, the BlizzCon panels and so on were on YouTube almost
They didn't feel comfortable with so many lies in one short clip.
no, it's but and you will die. Who is you?
Exactly,
Because
that's what I'm saying.
and the video. I mean, if you haven't seen it, it's starts off with yeah, normal, whatever. But then on Nightmare, I started to
Yeah.
die a lot.
Okay.
Who the hell are you?
If
Are
they
you
said
a moron?
if they said yeah, okay, when the developer says that, I don't believe it
Yeah,
one bit because he knows the game. He knows the game. So
yeah, but
basically, it's like this. Um, if he said, okay, you're gonna start dying on
Nightmare.
no nightmare. Let's say that he said you're gonna start dying on hell, or you're gonna
Mm,
really piss blood on inferno.
yeah,
I can buy that. I would say yeah, I'm hyped. That's really
yeah, yeah,
cool. But you're gonna start dying at nightmare? Really? I am.
yeah.
Whoa!
That's
What the fuck is
overselling.
inferno gonna be then?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's and again, I mean, who is the? That's why it's weird. Who is the damn that? I mean, it's on YouTube. It's just posted on Blizzard channel or whatever. who is it aimed at? Because listen, this isn't even like an elitist sort of thing. It's a realistic issue. You have people who, just play it casually and who will play it on Nightmare, and yeah, sure, they will die. That's not a mystery. But then you have people, not even me. I mean, I'm not like extremely hardcore when Diablo 2 was, but you have people that have been playing Diablo 2 for fucking 12 years. And every time there's a ladder reset, they, roll another character and just go for it again. And those people, they are not going to die. There's no way. I mean, they've been playing like hardcore Diablo 2 for 3 years straight or whatever.
Well, we'll see. The thing is that I was looking for like an assure they're gonna assure me, yeah, it's gonna be challenging, just buy the game, it's gonna be cool and so on. So they remove slash played 4 or 8 or whatever it was in Diablo 2, or
Yeah,
well, it's
player.
gonna be slash player, not played, sorry,
Mm.
4 option. So we're not gonna have that. So we won't be able to artificially increase difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is not the fact, oh, I just wanna, some retarded achievement whore thing. I just wanna play on the hardest because I'm hardcore.
Yeah.
No, I just wanna have fun playing games,
Yeah,
and I
it's
don't
yeah.
have fun playing too easy games. I stopped playing Kingdoms of Amalur because it's so retardedly easy on hardest setting that I just can't fucking play it. I can't get myself to start it, to double click
Yeah,
on the
there's
fucking
no
icon.
and the game like Diablo, it's even worse than, I mean, you mentioned Amalur and or any other game. The difficulty in Diablo is the driving force behind it. I mean, yeah, sure, you collect items, but why are you collecting items? To be able to progress further. But once you finish Inferno, that's it. I mean, what the hell is that
It's
about?
gonna be nice, PvPing for whole 4 hours and
Yeah, okay, PvP. I don't want to. I don't think PvP is going to be and even if it is, I don't think PvP is going to be a major aspect for most players. It's certainly. I mean, I'm going to play it. I'm probably going to have fun, but it's not, the main thing you're going to be focusing on. Uh,
I mean, in
and if
reality, if I,
and but this is what we, basically started talking about. If like, because this is something that I do and it's really bad for me and I shouldn't do it, but I always think when they announce something, what if this was actually true? And I know it's not. I know it's just bullshit marketing, hype. But just, as a mental experiment, what if this was true? What if it really was incredibly difficult and, Inferno was like you got to Inferno and then you just died to the first 3 mobs uh, because you don't have the best gear from hell. And, I started thinking about that and then we talked about it. This, I mean, it would be so amazing.
would you have
And
a problem with that? I mean,
no, it would be perfect. And this is what I don't understand. I mean, the idea behind Inferno is, I mean, it's a fourth difficulty. It's not exactly needed. You can have 12 difficulties, maybe.
yeah.
Then, but it's supposed to be for the hardcore. Basically, if you're not, if you're not into it that much, if you don't want to optimize, don't want to, you just want
Yeah.
to have fun. That's great. You have normal, you have nightmare, and maybe even hell. Fuck, take hell, no problem. You normal standard players, they can play on hell. No, it's gonna be difficult for them, but that's fine. I have no problem with that. But give us then Inferno. And
Yeah.
if Inferno was like really insane, the amount of possibilities that open up are incredible. I mean, because even though runes aren't items anymore, you still have 5 sub specs
No,
for
come on,
each skill.
custom
It's
ability.
insane. Yeah,
What the
but
fuck did I try to say?
it's Godzilla of
Yeah.
customizability. Yeah. Uh, and it's so insane. There's 20, I think, active skills, or 20, 25, that each class has, and each of those skills has 5 sub skills basically because they're different. And that's a lot just for one class. But then imagine, I mean, like if you get there as a group and you just start dying, I mean, you start optimizing,
Yeah, go
not
back, start min maxing. I mean,
yeah.
look, in as pretty much as a standard in gaming, when there's 4 difficulty levels, the first one is usually easy. Here it's named normal, but okay, it's an easy game. It's for beginners, for grandmas, for moms, and for people that start playing for the first time, or people that maybe want to enjoy the story, they don't want to die or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's easy. First replay is a breeze. Hardcore players are gonna go through without dying once, or maybe get cocky, overextend, and then die or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So Nightmare, let's say it's normal. Nightmare is cool for most people. And they're promising we're going to be dying in here. I don't buy it. Now I'm
Yeah.
looking at it realistically. So it's going to be still pretty much anyone will be able to finish it. You know, there are going to be some more resistances probably in mobs and so on, better items, blah blah. You're going to be finishing it. So then the third difficulty is hell, which is hard. And
Yeah, which is
hard,
traditionally the
yeah,
last
and
one.
hard 10 years ago, hard was hard,
Yeah,
right?
that's this is one of the major misconceptions that pisses me off. Diablo 2 wasn't hard when it launched. It
No, I
was.
know. After
Yeah,
bunch of
110.
patches.
Yeah,
But I'm saying in general, in gaming in general,
yeah,
hard
sure,
should
sure.
be hard. Hard should be something that is so challenging that I'm dying,
Mm.
not constantly, but I'm dying a lot. I have trouble. I have to know the game inside and out. And now you've replayed the game for 2 times already. You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
every fucking boss.
Even the casual player knows,
Exactly.
yeah, and the
You know,
skills and
you've
yeah.
seen everything for at least 2 times already. Probably even more because you started with another character or whatever.
Mm.
So should be hard. So if they make it here, hell as hard as I imagine it to be, it's gonna be cool. And then Inferno, I don't expect it to be. I don't want it to be like heroic in World of Warcraft. Where heroic in World of Warcraft is just, yeah, everyone will do it eventually anyway. So just name so. Inferno should be piss blood hard.
Yeah.
Inferno should be okay. I killed 4 mobs in Inferno, 2 fucking mob packs. This is
Yeah.
about it. I have to go back. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
in an RPG, when you come to a zone, when all of a sudden everything is silent, there's different type of music, and there's red names over mob's name,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
And everything is like 8 levels higher than you. And you still try, and you spend all your
That's
potions
the
and everything on
yeah.
one fucking creature, and then you say, okay, time to turn around, go
Yep.
back, and fucking
Yep.
farm more gear and levels.
And this is, I mean, this is something that MMOs have that I think would work wonderfully in Diablo and other single-player RPGs. Is the elite areas. Okay, in MMOs it's designed, for more people.
Yeah.
But even, and this is something that was in the old Republic, you had like 2-player heroic quests, which you can do with your companion. But what? Forget the
Yeah.
old Republic section. Why can't there be in Diablo? Okay, so you have, let's say, I mean, the problem with the game is that it's intended to be finished by everyone, and this includes all the difficulty levels. Because if some idiot that's not really good at it and it doesn't really care that much, if he can't finish the game, which means finish on Inferno, he's got, oh my god, this why can't I finish, blah, blah and so on. It's intended to be finished. All games are, but Diablo has an additional problem that regular games you select the difficulty up front. So I decide whether it's normal, hard, or insane, or whatever, and I play the game through that way. So he can select easy, I can select hard, and we both finish the same game, right? Diablo's not like that. Like that. It's
Like,
not like that because you will not get the best gear. Inferno, and it's not even just stats. They look different. They're really impressive. I mean, I know you don't like them, but I think they really look really good.
they're too Korean.
They're very flashy, yeah, which I don't mind. But it's a visual thing, So when this guy joins the game with, oh my god, why don't I have that? It's the WoW heroic thing.
Yeah.
Why am I not able to finish it? Because you're not good enough. Why is that a bad thing?
No, but this is the world now.
I wrote an article about this, so let's not get into
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Stalin, this is the world where everyone gets a trophy,
Yeah.
where there's no losers, everyone's a winner, and so on. So,
But they already have it. They have normal and nightmare, and let's even give them hell. I don't care.
Well,
But
we've been
yeah,
through it many
honestly,
times.
the
It's been
potential. If Inferno was insanely difficult, I mean, imagine the potential. You have 4 players, and each of them has a bajillion combinations they can do with items and so on. But that's not enough because you get killed. So now you have to coordinate the skills of 4 players. Now this is real teamwork. I mean, this is what like high-end PvP is, except this isn't as formulaic. You can actually vary. In high-end PvP, you have to, you have the flavor of the month or week or whatever, and you have to go with it. But this is like, you don't even just have your build, you have team builds. So I'm a monk, you're a fucking barbarians, and blah 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 blah. So you build a barbarian, like if you don't play hardcore, you're not gonna build a barbarian that's maximal defense, health, and ruins everything defense.
well, even if you copy the build on forums, you're still not gonna play it right.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, like the barbarian defensive build, you're gonna play it on hardcore, but on regular non-hardcore.
Yeah.
And I mean hardcore Diablo, not hardcore. It's just gonna be boring. Okay, you're never gonna die, but you're also not gonna kill anything anytime soon. But when it's 4-player, this is I mean, okay, this sounds simplistic, like you're a tank, and then. But in Diablo, it's different because you will not play a fully defensive barbarian if you're not playing hardcore, and most people won't play hardcore, which is legitimately I probably won't either.
Well,
Well, but
we're we're obviously talking out of our asses because we don't know how the end game is going to look or how Inferno is going to look. But in a game where there's only one healing spell in a whole game, I think
that,
that there's a pretty much a constant what every group is going to have,
mm.
unless you will be able to out heal everything with your own,
Yeah,
potions,
but still, it has a
or
cooldown.
those.
It's not that key. It's
Well,
definitely a bonus,
it's
but it's not
better
a
than
huge
picking
damage.
up red balls of health.
Yeah, yeah. And that works. That works pretty well. I mean, the recent beta, I've played it again. It's a good system. I really like the health globe system. Uh,
Yeah.
because I played the beta, like okay, I don't pick up any gear except for weapons, and then it's actually kind of difficult. And you get to the Skeleton King, and he fucking kicks your ass because you're basically naked with weapons, and you really have to play carefully, right? And then he summons some skeletons, and because your potion is on cooldown, because you have to spam it every time it's up,
Yep.
you have to kill the skeletons because maybe they'll drop some health globes and run away from the Skeleton King. Because you can get items with health regeneration, so then
Yeah,
it's
but that's how I want to play the
yeah,
game
yeah,
with full gear, with my best gear.
yeah, exactly, because that's the way the difficulty should drive the need for items,
Right.
not you get items because you want items. That's bullshit. But yeah, anyway, the game, I imagine it to be, and I know it's not gonna be, is like insanely hard on Inferno. And when you play as a group, you have to coordinate every single talent, or you're not gonna get anywhere.
I mean, yeah, and for now, we have no reason to believe that it is gonna be like that because they did say you will die, and
No,
who
but
doesn't
I
believe
I think there's no
Blizzard?
way it's gonna be like that. I have no hope.
Of course, there's no way it's gonna be like that.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, it will be. I mean, it will. It might be hard. That's you probably will die and so on, but it's not going to be consistently hard enough. You're just going to outgear it, and then it's over basically. When you finish, I don't understand what there is to do when you finish
And
Inferno.
you know what I hate the most? I hate the thing I had to do in Skyrim. I hate the thing I had to do in Kingdoms of Amalur. Or the thing I had to do in most RPGs is downgrade my gear and downgrade my usage of abilities and shit
Mm,
because the game is too easy. Come on,
yeah,
really?
yeah,
So now I got this uber armor that I want to wear and I can't because then the game becomes retarded.
yeah,
Eh,
yeah.
who cares anyway?
And the Diablo is the most vulnerable to this because it is about items.
Yeah, it's all about fucking gear. Well, mostly. And the thing is that Diablo, it's a game. It's one of the, at least Diablo 2 is one of the games that you not only that you have to replay to see all the content, you want to replay it because
Yeah,
it is so fun. Even though you know exactly what every line of the story is, still it's so much fun to just grind them. You want to replay it. So if the game doesn't keep you on your toes difficulty wise or with fun of multiplayer, nah. Will you
mm,
want to replay it 75 times? Will you want to, I don't know what the equivalence of 99 level character is going to be, here. I don't know the cap or
achievements.
whatever. Yeah, probably achievable,
Yeah.
which is the most retarded thing ever. But
Well, let's not. Yeah.
yeah.
No,
So,
but
so,
I just
will you want to have all that on your characters? Because, you want to pick up all the achievements now on your new fucking
yeah.
hero? Come on.
No, but they're account wide, so that's
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
But for me, I mean, the hope for me lies in patches. Uh, from experience from Diablo 2, and because, I mean, basically what I want is the heroic zone thing. Just give me a section of the game. It doesn't have to be, okay, Inferno, but just give me a fucking, like, a third of an act where all the mobs are, like, insanely
It's
difficult.
no problem. When
Yeah.
99% of the people quit the game, they will.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I hope
Those
so. I
the
hope the
two,
casuals just leave.
yeah, exactly. Those two
That
developers that are left will be able to play the
yeah,
game as well.
enjoy it properly. Yeah, but even if they don't, why not just make a fucking giant meadow like cow level, and just spam insanely, like spam 14 Diablos and have them come at me.
Yeah,
And
just
even if it's impossible to do, like completely not even conceivable, that's fine. Because at least like I upgrade every single item in my. I'm gonna go there once to see if it's doable now. We're gonna make some crazy skill builds, and we're not gonna do it, but it doesn't matter. It's something that keeps you going. And this is the best thing to do is just horde mode. I know. I mean, you probably aren't a fan of it, but seriously, horde mode is the best thing in games
Mm,
uh, because of the difficulty. You just infinite waves of increasingly difficult enemies.
depends on how it's made.
Of course, yeah. But it's in Diablo, it's perfect. It
I've
doesn't even
done.
take rewards. Just to test your skill and your gear against something that's always going to be too hard.
Yeah, that is true though. Well, we'll see again. I'm looking negatively at pretty much every decision Blizzard
Yeah, of
makes
course.
for I don't know what reason because they still haven't disappointed me apart from
Yeah,
Cataclysm. But in their standalone games, there's no reason not to believe what they say, and yet I don't believe what they say.
yeah, yeah.
So we'll see.
Hey, listen, even if they nerf it even more, so I'm gonna love Diablo. It's just I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna enjoy it. It's not even a question for me. But it, what always happens is like this could have been so much better, and this is something we'll definitely talk about when it comes to MLR and single
Yep.
Jigs.
And to go away from Diablo, have you seen the news today? The Double Fine Kickstarter top $2 million.
I'm skeptical about that. I
What the
mean,
fuck are you skeptical about?
uh,
It's Tim Schafer with money.
no, not the game. The game is gonna be. I mean, it's, old school. For those that don't know, old school adventure like Monkey Island and so on, or maybe not because I watched an interview yesterday on Game Trailers. He doesn't. They don't even know. So basically, they asked him.
Who
So what? It's gonna
cares?
be like 2D, like Monkey Island? Yeah, sure, maybe,
Who
or maybe 3D. Yeah,
cares?
maybe. We don't know. It's gonna
Basically,
be something.
for people that don't know, there is this internet site called Kickstarter where people can put on their project, and then the fans and supporters basically donate money to help you run it through. And this well, not that known company called Telltale Games, they're pretty much responsible for making most of the best LucasArts games,
No,
adventures.
not Telltale. Telltale is the new.
No, not Telltale. Sorry, I
Yeah,
fucked up. Yeah,
yeah.
basically, yeah,
Double
Double
Fine.
Fine. Sorry, I had the wrong site open. They basically made all my favorite games from my youth. And now they said that look, we want to make a new game, but no publisher wants to give us money. So, we're asking you fans if you could, probably help us donate. Help us make the project possible. So they set a goal for $400,000 in 30 days, which they pretty much tripled in like what 48 hours.
No,
And
it was 400K. It was the original, and they had a million within 6 hours, something like that.
just crazy numbers. So basically,
Yeah, yeah,
they like 2 weeks later, they not earned, but they got $2 million in donations.
yeah.
And this is one of the better news I've heard. And Storm, do you think that this could be the future for certain? I mean, it's not like this is a revolution or everyone's gonna
Yeah,
get millions of dollars.
yeah.
Indie developers are still gonna struggle. But for people that were forgotten since the 90s,
Mm.
will that be? Is that a viable solution for them to get
Yeah,
a?
that's the part I'm skeptical about because it's a very unique situation because adventure games really are were and even the ones like Telltale are the only ones doing adventure games at the moment. They did the Tales of
Well,
Monkey Island, the
well,
new installments in 7 Max and so on, and they're not that good. That's Telltale. That's not this. But so the adventure genre is very. It's not you. It's like a whole genre that's completely, basically non-existent.
well, the
So
thing
a
is,
genre, not just a type of.
yeah.
So of course the interest is giant.
The thing is this that when I'm checking release log and similar sites, I see many a game which is of an adventure type, and it's mostly
Yeah, yeah,
German and I don't know what.
yeah. Of course,
It's
yeah.
a crazy amount of games, but they're
Mhm.
pretty much like a serious mystery solving horror
Yeah,
ones.
and they're not really good.
Yeah.
I think the a key factor here was the age of the target audience. Let's say the reason it got 2 million is because the people who love adventure games are now
Earning
old
money.
enough to actually have money. I mean, they're like 30 or even 40 if they started a bit later, uh, and they have like a regular, well-paying job, and they can give like $1,000 because it's not a incredible amount to
Well,
them.
if, majority of people still put
Yeah, to
Bucks.
100 or 200, yeah, which is still a lot.
Well, I will be. Yeah, I'm just. I'm proud to look. I'm proud to say that I will be in credits of a Tim Schafer game. So I don't care. Fuck you, man. As of course as a donor, not as anything constructive or whatever. But
Yeah, of course.
the thing is that whoever, basically, I don't know, whoever, there's these certain goals. You can look at them as achievements or whatever. If you put in $15, you will get an access to the beta of the game, to the forums where people will be discussing it and helping the creative process and so on, and they will get a free game when it's out. If you pay $100, you will be in credits, and it's not really like a feat where only 7 people are there. There's thousands of people gonna be there, so this is probably gonna be the longest fucking credits in the history
Yeah.
of game. But yeah, I'm gonna be there. So screw you guys.
No, it's very, but the thing that interests me most about this is I'm not a giant adventure. I mean, I like them, but I'm not like a huge
You're not a huge
fan.
dude.
No, I like them. I mean, my favorite is Discworld too, but I'm not like
They
totally,
have the
oh my god,
tentacle
oh my.
monkey
Yeah,
Indiana
they're good,
Jones.
they're
Come
fine,
on,
but
fucking.
yeah, calm down. Don't get an aneurysm.
You can't say. Okay, doesn't matter. But come on.
No, I mean adventure games, not I mean
Well,
you
yeah,
know
but that's
Team
Grim
Schafer,
Fandango.
etc. They are the best, and I loved most of the stuff they did, but it's just it's not the best thing I want to play. So
Oh,
whatever.
it is for me.
But the thing I'm most interested in is that they're making a documentary on the making of the game, and not just one of those bullshit dev diaries where the public relations determine what you can say and can't say.
Today
This
we
is
will
like
be talking about the storyline. And
yeah. No, but like a true documentary from the beginning, because they don't even know what they're going to be doing.
I think they have few, ideas lying
I watched the
around. I
interview
mean,
yesterday. They said they have ideas, but they don't know what the game is yet.
uh,
And the whole process will be documented, like where they throw like the 10 ideas for the basis of the game, and then they choose. And that's really interesting to me. That's what I really am looking forward to, even more so than the game, actually. The whole process, like honestly shown, because everything else, and this is again because I have to go back to the upload. You're gonna kill me. No, because I don't believe the PR. I just can't believe the PR anymore. It's like, because listen, they make an announcement, we're changing the system, blah blah blah, whatever, it doesn't matter, and they explain it, right? And they give some good arguments. But think about it. What else are they going to do? Like, if they changed it and they know they shouldn't have, but they have to because of whatever reason, they're not gonna make a post and say, "Well, we changed it, it's shit, but we had to
yeah,
do
but
it."
you're comparing a big PR machine that Blizzard has, or Blizzard Activision fucking conglomerate. They have a huge. They have more lawyers than Double Fine has developers and marketing people combined.
Mhm.
It's
No, I'm
like,
not comparing. No, I'm not comparing at all.
I
I'm
mean,
just
I believe.
I mean,
Well, look, when Tim Schafer comes on YouTube and says, look, it's like this and this and this, give us money. I
mhm,
want to give him money because I believe him, and I know what he's done in the past and so on. When
mhm.
Blizzard people put anything out, look, we like teddy bears. I'm like, fuck, they gotta hate teddy bears.
Yeah.
Because it's like this
We don't
big
murder
evil.
people.
Yeah,
Wait
exactly.
a minute.
Yeah, come here, like in Mars Attacks, those aliens that we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
We come
No,
in
but
peace.
I didn't mean to compare. It just made me think because I mentioned PR. So it
No, no, I understand what you mean,
just,
but
uh,
the
so
th-
just yeah. But the funding thing, I don't think it will be a new wave or whatever. It's just, I think it's a unique moment with double
well,
expansion.
shortly after they announced that and just bragged about their awesome, awesome success, Chris Avalon, which we both, I think, you know, adore, would be
Yep.
the expression.
Yep.
Basically, Chris Avalon is one of the guys at
Well,
Obsidian.
the guy.
Yeah, well, the main fucking developer of my second favorite game ever, creator and
Oh,
so on.
sorry.
Planescape
Sure.
Torment. Basically, the guy that's made more good games that Blizzard has done ever, but also the combined number of bugs in those games was crazy.
Yeah.
So,
No, my fantasy basically, that I fap off to and so on, is that Blizzard, or not the Blizzard by Obsidian, because if Blizzard by Obsidian is gonna be shit, but
yeah,
that Obsidian by Blizzard
yeah,
and
just
get
for
them to do
bug
the
test, for game testing and
yeah,
bug
just
fixing.
gameplay,
Yeah.
just do gameplay. They'll do story. That's like the perfect combination ever.
Basically, what I wanted to say is Chris Avalon said that, in the wake of success, Kickstarter success for Tim Schafer and his buddies, he was thinking, he might start a, similar one. So people gathered together on forums and started talking about what could they make and so on. So if if a guy that made it's like I believe that they cannot miss, they can't make a bad game in terms of
Oh,
gameplay and storyline. They can make a bad game in terms of actually making a fucking working game.
you haven't played Alpha Protocol.
Yeah, but yeah, I haven't. Yeah. So if you have a project like that for Chris Avalon, who is notoriously known for making horribly bugged games, but also insanely good games
Yeah,
in
well,
terms of story.
he's not a developer.
Well, no, he's
Not
not.
a
He's an
programmer.
yeah, okay.
So he's
But
yeah.
his projects were plagued by their releases had to rushed releases, sloppy putting together and so on. So if they had infinite time, well, not infinite, but if they had normal amount of time. So basically, if you get money from fans and tell them, look, we're gonna release the game when it's ready, like Blizzard or whatever, Valve, or I don't know.
But that's what annoys me with this. It's like it gave me an enormous amount of
My
hope.
point is that
But
they
it's
can
not
make
possible.
good games.
Listen, no, but listen. I mean, Psychonauts. It's one of the
Awesome game.
again. Yeah, Double Fine game. Psychonauts cost $14 million to make. 14 million. And it's not a AAA game. It's not a graphically intensive game. It's not a recent game. It's pretty old, so it was much cheaper to make a game then than it is now. That cost 14 million. I think any RPG, single player RPG, costs more than that, significantly. And you're talking about infinite time. That's not possible.
Not infinite, but come on, more than 6 months to make a fucking Planescape Torment.
No, sure, but even larger developments. I mean, listen, games have around 100 programmers these days. Normal game, not indie or Xbox Arcade and
Yeah,
so
but
on.
best games ever, had less than that.
They had less. But
okay. Look, you're talking about AAA huge production title. What I'm talking here now is buying.
Not even huge. It's AAA had three.
Listen. My idea for Chris Avalon, just a hint. What would be possible? You buy BioWare's Dragon Age engine, which is a really good engine for an RPG. I believe. They have a license for Planescape, as far as I know.
No.
No, I think they do actually.
Landscape doesn't exist anymore. Wizards of the Coast decided that they're idiots, so it's not even. I don't know who has the rights. It's weird.
Okay, so
I think Wizards have, but
make something similar in an engine you buy for $1 million. You don't have to do voice acting. Plus, making a voice acting for a game like Planescape Torment 2 or whatever, Planescape something, would be retarded because of the sheer amount of text. So, and plus, I don't even like voice acting in games.
Let's not. We're gonna talk about that actually when you talk about Emular.
Who cares about it? Those 4 fucking voice actors go kill 7 red lines. Fuck you. Give me text. So I was playing Planescape Torment the other day again after I read that news of Chris Avalon masturbated and then downloaded the game. Well, I have, even though I have an original and the good old games version, I still download one.
I got it. I just have to set up the mods because there's a ton of
mods. Are awesome. They're really, I can send you the guy. So yeah, and I played it, and come on, I spent 40 minutes in a bar talking to people, and I had the best time ever. You know how much planet you cover in Modern Warfare 3 in 40 minutes? You go from fucking Kazakhstan.
The amount of things that explode
within
40 minutes.
I was walking from a guy to a guy talking to most amazing NPCs ever.
Oh, but I know exactly. I mean, that scene is like when the first time I played it, I just couldn't. It's basically one NPC that tells you the whole story of the setting, and the setting is basically a universe.
Yeah,
and it's so well explained, and it's like reading a really, really good book within a game, within a dude telling you stuff.
So if we ever get a game like that again, I will be coming.
Oh, by the way, the interesting news: the Infinity engine. I think they're making it a free, like an open source thing. The Infinity engine is what they made.
It's horrible, basically. And for now, it's horrible. Come on, man. It's sprites.
Infinity is what?
What the Infinity? No, what Infinity is Baldur's Gate engine, right? No, it wasn't.
Yes, Baldur's Gate, Torment.
I don't like it.
It's awesome because
Well, it's better than Neverwinter Nights, isn't it?
the backdrops are painted basically.
Yeah, no, of course. In that
They're
sense,
not.
it's all awesome.
Yeah. So there's no graphics involved. It's actually painted with items, plates, and so on and so on. But yeah, that's because making a game with that could be affordable maybe. But yeah, I'm just not sure. I'm skeptical
We'll
about this
see.
game.
Either way, I'm eagerly awaiting to find out what the new Double Fine game will be,
It's gonna take a while.
and
Yeah.
even when there was like hints on Twitter with Notch from Minecraft and Tim
Mm,
Schafer about making Psychonauts 2 and so on.
mm.
So I mean, it would be an awesome thing, but would I mean, look, if they spent 25, 30, whatever, 40 million on Psychonauts, would it sell? Would it earn money?
No,
I mean, I don't think it would. You would,
no.
if you wanted to sell, you would have to, make retard it down, not even dumb it down. You would have to retard it down, and
Mm.
then what? Are we gonna enjoy it? Nah.
Yeah, but it's not even
I'd
it's
rather,
not even,
yeah, I'd rather
known enough and so on.
yeah, I'd rather have a memory of, I'd rather replay it every, year or 2 years and like say, oh god damn it, this is a good game, I would like a sequel, than actually having
Mm.
getting a sequel and it's being sucky. Like for example, Deus Ex. Who, yeah,
No, I didn't mind
yeah,
Human Revolution.
come
I
on,
mean, it's not
it's kind
comparable, of
of,
course, to the first one, but it's not a bad game. I mean,
no, it's not bad.
it's better than 90% of the shooters
No,
out there.
you know what was funny? For people that remember the old series Syndicate. It's
Hmm.
one of my favorite.
Yeah, I'm about
Yeah.
to play it. Yeah.
Okay, so Syndicate is making a remake, whatever, and it's gonna be a
Yeah.
3D shooter looking like Deus Ex, and
Yeah.
it looks better than Deus Ex. 50 times.
Yeah.
All the hacking is cool, like, yeah, and so on. I mean, it's like when, Deus Ex, which was the ultimate, that and System Shock, ultimate first person sci fi RPG, became a dumbed down, Bioshock kind of thing.
Mm.
And Syndicate, which was a strategy, is becoming a better Deus Ex. So I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, the Syndicate is made by Starbreeze, who I mentioned at the beginning, who did the Riddick and the Darkness one. So that's why I have really high hopes for the game. And I read some really good things about the like 4-player co-op. That it's incredibly hard. That it's it has a basically the concept is similar to 5-man dungeons and raids or 4-man,
Oh,
only it's a shooter. So everyone has their own thing, abilities, and blah blah blah, and you really have to work together and so on to be able to finish a level or whatever. So that's actually really intriguing.
so basically, what do we have? Okay, what's coming out in next couple of weeks? That, of course, Mass Effect 3, a
Oh
big
god,
title that
let's not even get
the
into that
whole
yet.
gaming community is waiting for, and it's gonna be so awesome. We're gonna play it. We're probably gonna,
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. But it's an
yes.
action game.
And XCOM is coming out.
What? Which one?
XCOM. It's like the FPS one, I think. I don't know.
Really?
One
I
of them.
thought.
One of.
Where you look? I think they like indefinitely delayed that one.
Oh, did they? Then the
I
other
think
one,
so.
the 3D
Oh,
one.
the other one definitely is
Basically,
coming out.
basically, I saw that XCOM is coming out 6th of March or some shit like that. It's like, okay,
Yeah, I don't think so.
you don't think? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Because I think the shooter was delayed, and the actually potentially good one is not even close
Really?
to
I don't
coming.
know that.
I could be wrong, but I think they put it on.
There's something XCOM-ish coming out. I'm sure.
Yeah, but maybe the site you checked wasn't updated.
XCOM Enemy Unknown is coming out.
What enemy unknown? That's not
Yeah, but
that's not one or the other.
oh, that's fall 2012, so not March 6th. But it's by
Oh,
Firaxis.
yeah,
So
that's
I mean,
that's the real one.
oh
That's a
yeah,
stretch.
oh yeah, oh yeah, I've seen it. Well, at
Yeah,
least it's not made in Civ
but
5
it's for
engine.
consoles.
No, it's PC as well.
Yeah, but it's for. I mean, it's made also for consoles, which means it's
Uh,
primarily made for. Which I think is just
yeah,
weird.
what's with Sid Meier and console? Seriously, dude, fuck off. You're one of the PC legends. Don't
Yeah,
go Molyneux on us.
I mean, an XCOM strategy game on what?
I mean,
I don't.
who even plays strategies on fucking?
I don't know.
Wasn't it the one strategy game that you tried on consoles with like voice acting? I mean, not voice acting, but voice
Yeah,
command.
that's the yeah. But there was some like
Yeah, I
yeah.
played it on a PC. I've never felt more retarded, and I feel retarded. Like Group 3. It's like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much, do you have anything else to say or something?
No, I
Beyond?
think this has gone on for a long time, and
Yeah.
people stopped
So yeah,
listening like an
thanks
hour
for
ago.
listening. We were Buskill and Starim, and this was Manacast. And here you, I mean, see ya, whatever. So
If yeah, this is basically the kind of stuff that
yeah, yeah, it's gonna be way better. So
if you
yeah,
really
we're gonna
is it really
records. We have
getting
twice
someone
the same shit, and yeah, we're gonna free crack.
gonna get two completely different people next time, and we're not even gonna, and it's gonna be better, and they're gonna talk about something coherent and not rant
Yeah,
all the
and no, not about difficulty of the hour for 17th
time.
fucking time. So yeah,
That's
uh,
it's crucial.
yeah, thank you and good night.
Yes, good night.